Now, I don't know whether to laugh or cry at this one. I mean, the poor Scots putting up with the SNP up there in Scotland, who have quite literally reduced the country to... It's on its knees. Everything stops at the door of the First Minister up there, Hamza Useless, thanks to devolution. Because the NHS, at the end of the day, it comes under their control. And so the latest shocker to come out of there is that an NHS hospital in Lothian has announced a reparations scheme to atone for historical links to the slave trade. And the story goes, a doctor from there left this land in Jamaica, and this land came with slaves, and the hospital benefited from the equivalent of £40 million in today's money. And what the bleeding heart woke NHS bosses have decided is that the reparations will include making a formal apology to people of African descent. They're going to be commissioning artwork dedicated to victims of slavery and signing an agreement aimed at improving health in Jamaica. And so guess who's going to pay for all this, because the NHS is publicly funded. That's right, the British taxpayer. So because something happened to somebody else at the hands of someone else over 100 years ago, and everyone involved in that is now dead and buried, taxpayers from Ulster, Wales, England and Scotland will have to fork out this money in order to make someone on the other side of the world wealthy, as it's the only way their country can make money these days, because their economy is down the pan and very much corruptly mismanaged. Now remember, the NHS in Britain is collectively on its knees. And last winter, this particular NHS hospital in Lothian was one of the many health boards hit by the winter crisis. And it was so bad it had to ask families to provide care for relatives as an interim measure to relieve bed blocking. And this is literally months after inspectors said they had serious concerns about patients also at this very hospital. This hospital was also running at more than capacity, and on occasions the accident and emergency unit had 3 times as many patients as it was designed to handle. So, as I've just told you, this particular hospital isn't doing very well. It's sending patients home who need care, and the place is overflowing with patients more than it can handle. And what do these NHS bosses do? They're going to be spending a lot of money. It'll be a couple of million just so they can show how progressive they are. And it needs to be stopped immediately. And these shysters who run their own countries into the ground demanding this reparations nonsense, they need to be told where to go as well. Especially this Jamaican judge who said that Britain owes nearly $19 trillion in reparations, and even that might be an underestimation. Now, because of the clowns in charge of Scotland at the moment, including Hamza Useless, you can bet your bottom dollar they will make other NHS hospitals up there do exactly the same. Now, I don't know about you folks, but if I'm paying taxes that's meant to go to funding the NHS, I want it to fund healthcare, and I want it to fund research into new medicines, as well as training and recruiting good staff. I don't want my tax money going to someone in Jamaica to make people millionaires, and I definitely don't want it spent on bloody artwork either, or any other woke projects as well. Political correctness is a cancer, and the only true pandemic at the moment that's truly screwing over and putting pressure on the NHS is the woke mind virus, and it needs to be cured. And there we go, that's my video. Please comment, share, subscribe. Until the next time, Roger Trout.